welcome to the diaries. Well, it seems like the universe in general does not want me to go on a vacation this year, because everything decided that it all needed to come together, financial things, all in the same month, which is the month of August, which is when I'm supposed to go on my trip. I had many things that I was not expecting to show up in them. No, I should have gone last month when I had the opportunity, but I didn't. So I had the car registration. That's one of those things you know is coming, but you always just, ignore it. And my car, the car mystery, it does not have, does not require a lot of money. However, Arizona decided, let's throw a huge fee on here just for fun. So my registration fees went up by like $35. So that was not fun. My website, quote, my life, unquote, Kid Stuff Films, is up for renewal. I have to renew it. That's like $200 for the year. So what I have to do is I have to kind of go down to the monthly thing where I don't have all the features that I prefer. So I have to go down to the monthly thing to be able to keep that. That's still going to be, extra money gone. Okay? We're there. Okay, now, the big one. My rent at Darkslade Manor went up by $60. So there's more money today. So, and of course I have to, I have to eat, so I have to buy food. I have to pay my electric bill, which was, it's summertime in Arizona. Let me tell you about electric bills. Pina. So I had to pay that. The internet, just all these bills that are all accumulated at the same time. So if I go on this trip, I'm not going to have a hell of a lot of money to take with me. I'm going to have very little, as a matter of fact. I'm going to have maybe about $300. Okay, $350. Now that's not counting the motel, which that's put aside, so that doesn't include that. So just for my doing things, one park I have to buy tickets for still, and I'm not going to have much money for this trip at all, because when I come back, I have to take care of some of these other bill things that have popped up. So the universe doesn't want me to go on vacation. Well, the universe can go take a flying leap off the edge of a cheese, because I am going regardless. If I only have $100 to take with me, at least I can pay for the gas there and back. Extra, But that's what's going on. It's like, if I had gone on my original plan, which was to go out of state, I would not even vaguely be able to do that. If I had gone in July, which I was thinking of doing, but one of the other guys that I work with took his vacation in the end of July, so I would have had to have gone early, and I didn't have the funds for it then either. But no, I had to go in August. I had to go when everything was due. Everything was due. So this is my unofficial weekly gripe right here. Go ahead, play the music. Okay, this is my gripe. It's mine only. It does not affect anybody else. But that is the way sometimes things go, and we have to deal with them, I suppose. And I've gotten to a point in my life where if I don't get some rest and recreation, some enjoyment, I'm gonna go out and commit a homicide or something. I don't know. Well, hopefully that wouldn't be the case. I doubt that'd be the case. But that's my gripe for today. So you have to gripe right off the bat. It's out of the way. You don't have to worry about it showing up later. Okay, in this episode, there's not a heck of a lot. We have working on music for Waiting for Waffles, the new Waiting for Waffles. I'll try to get, if I remember, I'll try to get some background on that. I'll try to get some video on that. I'm visiting my grandkids. One who I have not seen in 6 years, and one that I have not seen. So that's going to be really cool. I am looking forward to that with you just cannot believe how much I'm looking forward to seeing my grandkids finally. And it's kind of a weird and long story why I haven't been able to so far, but we don't need to get into that. Anyway, that's happening. And it was, I think that's kind of it. And then, a couple of little side things going on. So that's what we'll do this week, because next week is going to be, or the next episode rather, is going to be the road trip episode, provided I'm going on a road trip. So, without any further ado, let's get going. I am situated betwixt two young people. That young people, say hi.
Hi.
And that young people.
Hi.
Those are my grandkids. And a lot of you do know that I have grandkids, but you've never seen them. We share a lot in common on that aspect, but here we are. And for those of you who do not know, or know that I have another daughter, but never met her, there she is.
Hi.
That's Annie. Now, some of you may actually recognize her, because I know a lot of you, or some of you, are Kid Stuff Films fans, and you may recognize her as, what's her name?
Captain
No, what was it?
Started with an A, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Okay, so she started as Captain started with an A in Alex and the Book of Forgotten Tales. Angeline. That was it. Angeline Bonet. And so this is her son, Banksy, my grandson, right there. There he is, right there. Take a look, he's right there. Can you see him? He's right there. And that's my granddaughter, Stanley. Oh God, I'm going to go to hell for this. I can't remember. Addison Eileen. And yeah, that's what she looks like. So I'm at my daughter's house. She lives in Mesa. And for some reason, while I was on my way here, look, another person. My brain went into Chandler mode. And when I got off the freeway, I went the wrong direction. But that's what I do.
Tinkerbell.
TV's on. That's what I do. I go the wrong way a lot. But I finally made it, and so now everyone, including myself, has got to meet my grandkids. Now, actually, my granddaughter I have seen before, of course. But they moved to like some strange town in Arizona I've never heard of, and they just recently moved back to Mesa. So now I have the option of driving out here because my daughter, there she is again, doesn't drive.
Working on it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the name of that tune right there. So, that's what... There's Banksy again. This is me with my grandkids, side by side, just smooshing them until they smoosh together. And my daughter is filming, and boy, if you could see the look on her face right now, it is priceless. She's got that... Look. Why does she have that look on her face? You don't know, do you? You don't know either, do you? Oh, you do know? Why? No.
Because Mommy's awkward.
Mommy's doing fine. And Tinkerbell's on the screen. You may have noticed that was pointed out earlier. Tinkerbell's on the screen because they're watching Peter Pan. Pocahontas, whatever. It's something that starts with a P. Right? There, right? Show off your new book. Show your new book. That's a new book? Here, show off your new book. There you go. And now my daughter is starting to pick up on the intricacies of filmmaking. I just walk closer, Dad. Shut up. You're goofy. You're goofy.
You're funny.
Oh, thank you. Okay, well, ready? Watch this, folks. She's going to turn off now on 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm working on a project here, getting crafty here. Our new singer for Waiting for Waffles, I've been trying to come up with a persona for him, and I came up with one. And then I thought, since our whole persona is kind of a dark carnival, it has a kind of a Victorian feel to it, I thought maybe a steampunk type thing. So I worked on this leather duster, which is way over there, and I'm not going to get up and get it. It's a light one. It's from a Halloween costume. And I have this felt hat, which was going to be used in Buzz, which if we ever get to, the way film shooting has gone recently, it's not really high on priorities. And I can always get another one of these, but I'm thinking of putting a leather band on it, maybe put a little brass on it, and make it part of his outfit. So that's what I'm working on right now. Okay, here's the hat. Ready? What's back? Looks pretty good. Very steampunkish, and gives me an idea of what I think I'm going to do for the rest of the band. We may have a little bit of a change in our characterizations. So that's pretty cool. So there we go. Now you can see it's a top hat because it says top on it and it's a hat. So. Ready? It's the day before my trip, and I need a pair of pants. I have pairs of pants. They're all mostly work pants. And whereas my work pants and my regular pants are jeans, because that's what I normally wear, they have decided that one of them, the one I was going to wear, is decided to tear a hole in the knee. Now, if I was in my 20s, 30s, I'd just rip them up and say, yeah, I'm part of the time, but I'm not. So I need to get a pair of pants. I also need to shave because this thing is just getting out of control. And I need to do a few things around here before I go to work tonight. I go to work at 7 tonight, and I work till 1 in the morning, and then I have to get up in the morning, take care of my junior boulders, and then go on my vacation. So I got a bunch of stuff I got to do right now. So I suppose instead of standing here talking to you about it, I should go do it. Okay, so in the 12th hour, before going on my trip, I made a couple of changes. I changed where I'm staying. Now, since I am kind of thinking I'm probably going to wind up going to Disneyland, but you know that was 2 words, on my last day, I decided that I would rather be closer to that park because I know that area. I know Anaheim really well. I don't know Los Angeles that well, especially the Pasadena area. I just don't know it. So I thought I would be more comfortable if I stayed in Anaheim. So I moved my motel. I went from a Super 8 to a Motel 6. So I went down by 2. But this place is on Catella, which is right off of Disney Drive. So it's where when I get there, I can spend some time at downtown Disney, and then the next day I'll drive the 45-minute to an hour ride out to Universal, spend the day there, come back, and then on my last day, if all goes well, I can go over to Disneyland. Okay? So that's the change I'm doing. Also in the last hour, I made the shirt for my diaries thing so people can see what it is and ignore it like most everyone does. And I have my hat too. So that's what's going on. Now today, I had to get pants because mine are kind of worn out and they're dirty because they're my work pants. I think I mentioned that earlier. So I got pants. I had to fix my belt, and I'll tell you the story about that. It's actually kind of funny. I have to clean my kitchen, and then I have to go to work in about an hour. So, and then I went to the grocery store, and I picked up some liquids, and I picked up a huge bag of grapes, which I'm going to take with me, put them in my icebox, so I can snack on them, and it'll be a wonderful thing because I won't be able to eat again until I get to somewhere around Blythe in California, and that'll be probably about 6 hours, 7 hours after I have breakfast, because I will eat before I leave. So, and then I printed out all my reservations, and I printed out the directions to the places that I'm going. Now, I know where the motel on Catella is. I know where that is. I've driven by it a billion times. I know where that is. But I don't know how to get from there to Universal. And my daughter told me, you know, Dad, you got GPS on your phone. And I went, yeah, I know. And, okay, thanks for reminding me that I'm old and thought of printing it out first. So it's printed out, which is fine, because I can use either one. So I'm like ready to go, but I have to go to work. I have to go to work first. And I told my, well, not my boss, but I told Gonzo at the desk at my other job last night. I said, I'm going on vacation in less than 2 days, and if I get so much as a scratch while I'm here, I'm going to be pretty pissed. But fortunately, that didn't happen. And then the other thing I have to do is I have to shave this. Now, when I come home from work tonight, I'll hop in the shower most likely. I don't get off till 1 in the morning, and I have to be back there for the juniors by 10. So I'm going to come home, I'm going to shower, I'm going to shave, I'm going to go to bed, and then the vacation will start the next day. However, that being said, tonight, or today, this part here, we're going to close off this Darkslade Diary. Now, I know there was not a lot on it, but it's basically because I was trying to get one more out before the road trip episode. But I did, and it's not the greatest in the world, but it is what it is. So, yeah. So, we're going to end this episode with me in my green Darkslade Diary shirt. Where's my hat? Oh, my hat's over there. So, I don't want to go over there and get it, because I have to go over there to wash dishes. So, yeah. So, the next episode will be the road trip episode. This is probably actually coming out after I go on the road trip, because I'm finishing it right now, you know, less than 24 hours before I'm leaving. So it's not likely it's going to be out, you know, before I go. So it'll go out after I go. So, yeah, the next episode will be the road trip. And then hopefully we're going to get back to working on the films, because everybody is now out of the hospital and back in school, so I know I can get them on the weekend. And we have a new music video, which I showed you a little bit of the process of that, coming out from Waiting for Waffles, and that'll be happening on the next episode. So, in the meantime, you guys have yourselves a great week or two. End of line. Advertising. Whoops. There we go. Darkslade Diaries.